Good morning and welcome to the Coosa Christian teachers who have visited JSU today. I know that Mark has a great lineup planned for all of you, and I hope that you learn a lot this morning about using different technologies in the classroom. This morning I'd like to share a little bit of information about a JSU English Department project which we have named the E-thology of American Literature. My name is Gina Christopher and I'm an English instructor here at JSU. After 34 years of teaching, I have found that I always get excited about new ideas and new technology for my classroom. It helps to reinvigorate me and get me excited about going back into another year of teaching. So a few years ago, when our department started talking about this electronic anthology of American literature, I became very excited about the idea of doing something new that might be helpful for our students. Let me give you a little background. Several things happened to cause us to want to do something about the text that we used in our American literature courses. One of those things is the cost of an American literature survey text. They are quite expensive, and as you probably know, a university student's tuition and housing and food, all of those things add up quite a bit, but none of the cost seems to be so extravagant as the cost of textbooks. We were very familiar with the fact that American literature works, particularly those that we're talking about, which are the first half of the American Literature Survey, were all works that were written before the American Civil War. So there was no textbook company that actually owned copyright to the works that were being published. Instead, our students were paying extravagant costs for paper because the textbook companies were merely publishing something that was free to anyone to publish or print. Another thing that we have come to realize in our department is that our students study and learn and read in very different ways from the ways that we studied and learned and read. 21st century scholars attack a text in a different way, and they're just as satisfied attacking the text from a screen as they are from the printed page. In fact, some of them feel much more comfortable with their laptop or their desktop, their tablet, or more likely their smartphone. And so we wanted to find a way that would cut the cost of the typical textbook, taking into account that we need to be very careful about copyright infringement. And also we wanted to find something that would appeal to our 21st century scholars. In order to even further understand how we came to the E-thology, I need to introduce the Glow Bible to you all. Now, I'm not certain if any of you have ever visited the Glow Bible, but it is one of my favorite texts. A few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now, I suppose, one of my colleagues and I were team teaching the Bible as Literature class. And as we were looking for resources for our students to help them to better understand the Bible as they were reading it for our class, I found the Glow Bible. Now, the Glow Bible is an app for your iPhone or your iPad, or it's a website for your desktop or your laptop. It was produced by Zondervan Publishing Company, and it's a multimodal approach to studying the Bible. The Glow Bible includes the Bible itself, all 66 books in full text, but it also includes other levels or screens which help the reader to more clearly understand the text. There is an atlas screen, a media screen, and as you see here, there's also a me screen. The atlas screen helps the reader to understand exactly where in the world the Bible is talking about in the particular text. So from the Old Testament to the New Testament, there are maps and there's very wonderful geographic information about the place that these events occurred. The media screen includes pictures, artwork, sculptures, virtual tours of locations, and video and audio to further help the student in his or her understanding of the Bible. And finally, the Me screen allows me, the reader, to add my own commentary and notes, to highlight text, to read the commentary of other readers as well. Well, needless to say, This was a wonderful experience for our Bible as Lit students because it helped them to further appreciate the text that they were reading, to understand more clearly when the text was written and about whom the text was written. We wanted this kind of text for our literature students in American literature. And in fact, one of my colleagues called Zondervan and asked them if they were willing to create such a text for us. You may not be surprised to know that a Bible publishing company has no interest in American literature publications. And so, of course, they told us no. After further research, we discovered that there really was no resource for us that was quite like the Glow Bible is for the Bible student. So we said, what if we decided to create this ourselves? Well, we really didn't know what we were getting into when we went down this journey and how involved it would become. But we are on our way with the creation of this E-thology, an electronic anthology of American literature. This is the web address for the website that houses the E-thology. I'm sure Mark can give this to you again so that you all will have access to it if you'd like to visit the E-thology. We could not do this alone. As a matter of fact, it has taken almost every member of our English department, a computer science instructor from the computer science department, and much help from distance learning and instructional technology and all the other offices on campus to get our E-thology to the point where it is now. So let's take a look. This is the login page for our E-thology. As you see, there's a login for a member. There's a registration where you can register to be a member, and there's a preview page. Anyone can register to be a member and have a free account to the E-thology. So please do feel free to register at any time and go in and take a look. Or, of course, you can visit as a guest. I'm going to log in under my name, and I'm very sorry that that just didn't do it. So let me do this again. There we go. So here is our E-thology, and I hope you can see it. There you go. You'll notice when you open the E-thology, you'll see the introductory page or the home page, the welcome page. You'll also see the contents. Now you can browse the works by title or by author. I'll click on Browse by Author so that you can see the long list of authors we have included here. This is just a short list compared to all of the authors of American literature, of course, but it's our beginning. We began with about 30 writers from the pre-Civil War period in American literature. Within the body of the E-thology, eventually we hope to have biographical information about the writers, primary text written by the writers, commentary by professionals and by others, and also the multimodal aspects. Right now, we are in the building process, so you'll notice that if I click on William Apis, what you'll see is a biography here of the writer, and you'll also see a primary work. If I click on the primary work, and I'll have to move the screen over just a bit for you to see. There you go. If I click on the primary work, I see the text just as it would look on the printed page. The student can leave the text this size, or you can make the text larger. As you see, this makes it larger. You'll also notice that there are some different little bubbles and balloons to the right of the text. If I click on this particular one, or let's see here. If I click on this one, what I see is a definition. The word is highlighted, and the definition is to the left. So the books are dictionary definitions. The little bubbles are commentary. And so if I click on a bubble, I can see the different commentary which has been placed in the text by members of the English department or members of English departments across the United States. At the moment, we do not have audio and video attached to this text. However, we do have, as I said, the biography written by April Walker, who's an instructor in our department, and this primary text. As I mentioned, we're hoping eventually to have quite a bit more in the E-thology, but it's just in its first stages, and we were really surprised by how difficult it was to get the ball rolling because we're English teachers, and we didn't realize how difficult it is to create a web page. If you want, you can research by title. You can look at the works by title. Here's the biography of Harriet Beecher Stowe. You'll notice that at times you're linked out to a website. This is so that copyright infringement will not occur. Or, as I said before, there will be a written biography like the one we saw with William Apis. So this is our E-thology of American literature. It is a work in progress, and it very much is a work of great love. Our English department truly has given quite a bit to this project. I hope that this has helped you to see one of the ways that our department is using technology in order to increase our students' learning, to help to make our students their approach to literature more relevant to them, more 21st century scholar friendly. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to give me a call at 256-782-5856 or email me at genac@jsu.edu. And once again, I apologize for the fact that I couldn't be with you today. I know that Mark has a great day planned for you, and I hope that you go back to school being willing to approach technology without fear, because if a bunch of English teachers can do it, I know that all the rest of you can. Thanks, and have a great day at JSU.